Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Historical context. Isaiah 40 opens the second major movement of the book, addressed to a people who were either already in Babylonian exile or bracing for its arrival, a community exhausted by decades of political upheaval, military defeat, and the collapse of everything they had built their identity upon. The prophet's audience had been waiting so long for deliverance that waiting itself had become a kind of defeat. The Hebrew word translated hope here, qavah, also means to twist or bind together, like strands of rope, suggesting that hope is not passive, but an active gathering of strength around a fixed point. This verse was the culmination of a long argument the prophet had been making, that the God who created the stars calls each one by name and does not grow tired. It was written for people who had run out of their own resources and needed to be told that another source existed. Metaphorical meaning. The eagle was the supreme image of effortless power in the ancient Near East, a creature that did not fight the wind but learned to ride it, ascending on thermals rather than beating its wings into exhaustion. To mount up with wings as eagles is to picture a kind of strength that is borrowed rather than generated, received rather than produced. The three-part progression, soaring, running, walking, is often read as ascending, but many scholars read it as descending. The hardest endurance is not the dramatic flight, but the ordinary walk, the long faithfulness of showing up day after day when nothing feels heroic. There is something deeply honest in placing walk and not faint at the end, as if the prophet knew that plain persistence is the final and most demanding test of hope. Life lesson. The verse reframes waiting, the thing most of us are worst at, as an act of strength rather than weakness. In a culture that rewards speed and visible momentum, the invitation to hope and wait feels counterintuitive, even irresponsible. But the promise is not that waiting produces nothing. It is that waiting on something larger than yourself is where renewal actually happens. Practically, this might mean resisting the pressure to force a resolution before it's time, or recognizing that seasons of apparent stillness are often seasons of invisible growth. The person who learns to walk faithfully through ordinary days without growing faint is, by the prophet's reckoning, doing something more demanding, more worth honoring than any dramatic flight.